all these DRM things can be hacked. They have been hacked. They are not that hard to hack. So, it's not about that either. Blizzards are not stupid. In fact, quite the contrary. Blizzard people are some of the most...
Yes? May I help you?
Actually, I've been told by a mutual acquaintance that it might be the other way around.
Were you followed?
Yeah, by a clown and a midget for a while. But they eventually met the bearded woman they were looking for near a coffee shop, and we went our separate ways.
Surely you're aware humor requires context, my friend. With a man like me, being funny in the wrong context could have dire consequences.
So what is it you need?
Straight to business, a rare quality these days. Tell me, are you familiar with local gangs?
More than enough to get by.
Perfect. Now, I warn you, this is not the cleanest of work, but your efforts will be well compensated. An associate of mine will leave a package for you in an alley on Grand River Road. You will retrieve this package and then use it to deal with a problem of mine. Permanently.
Who's the target?
Someone who won't be missed, I assure you. A ganger that goes by the name Double T. Hangs around in an apartment near Earl's Court. It's not likely that he'll be alone. Just as it's not likely the people keeping him company will be of the pleasant sort. You can't miss him. He's got prominent and rather tasteless augmentations to his face and arms.
You're telling me you went through all this trouble to hire me, just so I can eliminate a banger?
That would be a tad overkill, I admit. No, eliminating the target with the weapon provided to you is only the first part of your assignment. Once you've dealt with Double T, I need you to sneak into Derelict Row and plant the murder weapon among the Baller's weapon stash. Unnoticed.
Kill a member of the Motor City Bangers, then plant the murder weapon in the rival gang's weapon stash. You're trying to start a war.
Hopefully.
So what is it I'm picking up, and where is it exactly?
There's a rather luxurious apartment complex on Grand River Road. In front of it, on the other side of the street, you'll see a door that leads to a maintenance corridor. In the first corner of that corridor, you will find a crossbow hidden amongst the trash and debris. Use it to kill Double T.
I need a more precise location on the target.
There's a small back alley known to the locals as Earl's Court. You can access Double T's building using the fire escape. He's in one of the apartments on the 4th floor.
You don't sound like a cop.
You, on the other hand, are starting to sound exactly like one. I strongly suggest you simply get on with the program.
I don't understand what you're getting out of this. It sounds to me like you're just the middleman for someone else.
You think too much, my friend. This could prove to be a source of great personal discomfort for you in the near future.
So what's the plan? You make a call and rat one of the bangers out, then the DRBs retaliate and so on and so forth until they wipe themselves out?
Pretty much.
What about innocent casualties? These thugs aren't exactly expert marksmen, and it's pretty hard to aim from the window of a moving car. What could be worth such a risk?
I won't discuss my motives with you. I hired you to do a job. Just do it.
You obviously want this done quick and done well. I respect that. All I'm asking for is half the payment in advance as a gesture of goodwill. In my line of work, you simply can't afford to be careless.
You've got guts, I'll give you that. You've got yourself a deal.
Viciously fucking... I'll just continue here. This whole new marketplace that they're going to adopt in Diablo 3. I mean, they did a kind of similar thing with World of Warcraft, where they had the mounts. You know, they could sell you mounts and shit. It's going to be basically that, but the digital marketplace is going to be that, is going to work in the fashion that you're going to be able to farm shit and upload it on marketplace, and then you can buy stuff from the marketplace, or you can sell the stuff you have farmed for real or in-game money. And by them using this online DRM, they can ensure that people are using the marketplace and that they are cutting a small profit from every transaction. You can play offline. They have said that you can play offline, but they are, in quote, they're strongly not advising you to do that, because apparently, or I mean, we can all figure out why. It's because they want to be able to control you. They want to be able to enable. I mean, this marketplace is going to be. It's going to work in a similar fashion to the Valve's marketplace, but they're not going to have any hand in it. I guess that's the biggest difference. Blizzard is not going to come in there and sell, well, maybe cosmetic stuff and all that, you know, surrounding Diablo 3. Maybe they can sell you like an avatar or something. I don't know. But the whole main reason behind this is that they're going to sell you, the players, the gamers, are going to sell stuff, and they're just going to cut a little profit from it. And I mean, it's so clever. Now they have like they can turn this into a constant revenue stream just by allowing people from farming all the time, and it's genius. I mean, I think that people should be concentrating on bashing this rather than complaining on Battlefield 3 being an Origins, which I agree, it is kind of messed up still. Doesn't detract from the shittiness in any way that Blizzard are doing the DRM thing, but still, my point is that this new, I mean, Diablo 3. When I think about Diablo, I don't think about multiplayer. I'm not sure if you hold the same kind of view, but when I think Diablo 3, I'm thinking single player. And the notion that you will have to be bound by this BNet 2 bullshit, and that you have to be, you're basically treated like cattle. They're forcing you to play this game on their terms. They don't want you to play offline.
How may I be of service?
So far, I've not seen any hints of there being any mod tools, and I get why. Everything is going to be very, very finely controlled. I guess that the idea for the whole marketplace comes from the Chinese gold farmers from World of Warcraft, and now they just thought, you know, it's kind of like drugs in real life. You know, I mean, people are gonna use and buy and sell drugs anyway, so why not just legalize it and take a legal profit from it, from every time, you know, tax it, basically. Well, why not just tax it instead of trying to combat it, just pouring millions into crime prevention or into police to fight drugs? I mean, why not just legalize it and take a profit from it? And that's basically what Blizzard did. And that's what I mean with them being so clever, because I think it was great, but what I don't like is that they're forcing this bullshit, always online shit. Fuck. I mean, and funny thing, I don't remember who exactly it was. I don't remember if it was the PR manager for id, or if it was the executive director or whatever it was, but there was some dude on id who said, I think this is a great idea, and I think that Blizzard is the only one who can force this on gamers. I'm kind of paraphrasing. I'm not quite sure how the quote went, but I just love that he said that. I love that he said Blizzard are the only ones who can force this on gamers. I'm the guy who realizes how much gamers bitch and moan about the smallest things. The latest thing that I was almost cutting my wrists open because I was so polarized by it, was that I was checking out news about The Hobbit, and I was watching all these new screenshots, or not screenshots. I guess pictures. They're called pictures when it's a It's a live movie, it's not a video game. So all these pictures about the dwarves, and I was thinking, damn, these dwarves looks mighty fine, mighty sexy guys. And I saw that picture of Bilbo and Bilbo's home. And then in the forums, beneath the pictures, people were writing, what's up with the dwarves' beard? They're not like Tolkien said they were. And I mean, I kept on reading, and it went on for pages, and I was completely devastated. I can't believe that people were bitching about beard. I mean, you hear this, right? You hear how fucking ridiculous it sounds. People were writing in the forums complaining about how Keely's beard wasn't long enough. Just to get this out of the way, The Hobbit, or There and Back Again, by J.R.R. Tolkien, is one of my personal favorite books, favorite novels of all time. I think I've read that book about 8 times now. I fucking love that book. Do you know what I also love? I love innovation. I love when an artistic person takes something and reduces it a little. For example, the whole... How did I get in here? How did I get in this topic? This is so typical of me. I just derail from my subject and I just go into something else. Screw it, I just want to finish this anyway. Then we'll go back to Blizzard's DRM. A good example is Twilight. In Twilight there is a vegetarian vampire. I thought that was fucking amazingly cool. I mean, because people, there is nobody who has monopoly on fantasy creatures. They're not real, okay? They're not... If somebody wants the dwarves to have shorter beard, let him have shorter beard. Because I love innovation, and I fucking hate stereotypes, and I hate when people just rehash the same fucking thing. Come on. We're all creative people. Let's try something new. And World of Warcraft is also a good example. In there are the Vorgin. And people were actually getting upset because they didn't consider the Vorgin to be werewolves, because the Vorgin could transform between man and werewolf on their own will. It's not like, you need a moon to transform. No, you do it by your own. And people were like complaining, no, you can't do that. It's not according to lore. Wolves can't do that. Why are you fucking it up? And it's like, yo, dude, shut the fuck up, okay? Nobody has any fucking monopoly on what a fantasy creature is, does, or anything. Okay, if I wanted a unicorn to be a mammoth shooting mammoth tusks out of his ass while flying with tiger striped wings and defeating orcs while doing advanced mathematics, whatever. If I wanted a unicorn to be whatever, that for example, then that's my version of unicorn. How can you standardize something that is fantasy? I mean, I know that people love, and it's also the nostalgia factor, and all that, but come on, it's beard, people. It's fucking beard. Are you going to seriously sit there and complain about beard? Seriously? Okay, I guess that's fine. I don't know. I guess this goes back to the whole, I don't know. I don't know. I was so polarized. I was sitting there and just like banging my head against the table. I was, and they were like quoting Tolkien and saying, that this was a sign of whatever. I've already forgotten everything they wrote. It just made me so sad. Like, can't we, like, that's the main reason why I don't play elves or dwarfs in